Fourth consecutive loss for the Toronto Raptors as they lose in the Mile High City tonight, 125-119. And for the Lessons crew, you're all about this game. The Raptors full-on dominate the first half. They play an incredible game of basketball. Obviously, we hear before the game, RJ and Bruce Brown are back in. No Quickly, no Boucher, and no Gary Trent Jr. So it felt like it was curtains before the game even started. And the Raptors put an incredible first half together. Led by Grady and RJ. Offensively, Kelly was outstanding as well, being able to contain Nikola Jokic the best he could in the first half. And you win the first half by 17. You win the first quarter by 2, 34-32, and then somehow, some way, you dominate the Jokic-less minutes in the second quarter, and you win that by 15, and you're up 17 at halftime. But be real with me here. Did you at any point in that second half feel confident this team would win this game? Because I'll be straight up. No. I did not. The Raptors led by as much as 22 today. And it never felt like they had a chance. Nothing against the guys that played. They played a hard game. They played extremely well. I loved the effort all game long. But you just could have predicted this at halftime. That they'd find a way to blow it. Just because the guys you're missing, and even with those guys, you're still not the greatest of teams. Taking on the defending champs, who are, 44-20 going into play today. They're dominant on home court. I think they're 7-0 at home against Eastern Conference teams. You were waiting for that second half push. And look, the Raptors did help them quite a bit in that third quarter. The amount of careless turnovers, driving into the lane, turning the ball over, bad pass turnovers. Now, it's obviously a test of defense as well. But careless turnovers leading to buckets. You allow 42 in the third quarter, and you still score 30, but you're minus 12 in the quarter, and you're only up by 5 heading into the fourth. And again, who felt confident going into the fourth? Just about nobody. And it got erased pretty quick, and you're trailing by a bunch. But then the Raptors make a little push late, and it's a 2-point game in the dying minutes of this game. And Michael Porter Jr. wide open in the corner. Bad read, bad communication. He drills the 3 to put them up 5, and that was curtains for me. And that was it. Again, I'm not mad at the team. You can't be. I love the effort. But careless turnovers in the third quarter and the inability to find any sort of offense in the fourth, that was it. And it killed you. How many turnovers in the game did the Raptors have? Only 12, but it felt like majority of them were in that third quarter, and they just made you pay on every single one. You lose the fourth quarter by 11, 32-21, and that was it. Right? You get beaten by 23 in the second half, and you lose by 6. Now, with the loss, the Raptors are now 23-42 on the year, 19 games under the 500 mark. And Raptor fans, we're getting there. I mean, I applaud you guys for coming on. I see the numbers are dropping, and hey, I understand that. I totally understand that. The team's been no good. They're a hard watch, especially when there's no Scotty Barnes and Emmanuel Quickly. I get that. But I appreciate the people who are staying around watching the videos. It means the absolute world in the darkest of times like it is right now. But let's break down the player stats and wrap this puppy up so I can go to bed. Because you guys know the time I woke up last on Sunday. Yeah, I got to do that again tomorrow. So let's go to bed. RJ Barrett, since he's been a Toronto Raptor, he has been extremely efficient and doing a lot of great things. 26 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, 10 of 20 from the field, 5 of 5 from the line. That's really good to see. 1 of 3 from 3. Did have 4 turnovers, and a couple of those third quarter ones were his doing. But great effort from RJ. He was a menace all game long. And what's so nice, taking away the whole Raptors and Nuggets feel of it, seeing all that Canadian content. Now, obviously, Chris Boucher couldn't play today, but watching the dying minutes of this game and seeing Kelly Olynyk, RJ Barrett, and on the other side, Jamal Murray out there, it's a good sight for Canada basketball. It really is. And what did Jamal do today? Where is he? 26, 5, and 12, 11 and 19 from the field. Awesome, right? And then you get Jokic 35, 17, and 12 on 14 to 26 shooting. Had 6 steals and 2 blocks. He's the MVP. Like, let's stop screwing around. He's the MVP of the league. So yeah, back to the Raptors. Ochai Agbaji only played 28 minutes, 8 points, couple boards, 1 assist, 4 of 7 from the field, missed the 1 free throw. And that was a painful one. And Raptor fans, in the moment, it may not have felt like an awful choice. But Jalen McDaniels taking that technical free throw and then laughing about it and saying, my bad. I mean, considering it was a 2-point game late in this basketball game, yeah, that's a tough look. Because Ochai Agbaji got the and one. He got the bucket to go, got the and one. They get teed up, so you have a chance to get 2 more points. Well, not only does Jalen McDaniels miss the free throw, laugh and say, hey, my bad, guys, when Grady Dick's out on the floor shooting 90% from the free throw line this year. Then Ochai misses the free throw. And those are 2 points you just squandered just like that. And that's really painful. It's a painful spot right there. But, again, I thought he played energy defensively. But again, offensively, you're just not going to get much, at least as of right now in his young career. Kelly Olynyk, man, first half Kelly was a menace. Actually, no, screw that. Even a little bit of third quarter, Kelly was awesome. 24, 6 and 1. Played 28 minutes, 9 of 13 from the field, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from 3. And only 1 turnover for Kelly, a -3 on the floor. I thought in the first half he did a great job of, again, containing Nikola Jokic. But then the second half happened, and he's like, okay, that's why this dude's the MVP. He's kind of nuts. Bruce Brown, you be sure he was wearing a Raptors uniform today? It felt like he was still playing for Denver. How many times? 13, 10, and 3 on 5 of 13 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 turnovers. I don't know. He just didn't. He looked so checked out trying to play for this team. And yeah, I'll be honest. Watching guys like Javon Freeman Liberty and guys who are trying to relish the opportunity when Scotty's out there, when IQ's out there, because they know they're a part of the future. Watching Bruce Brown play with no care in the world, yeah, it's kind of tough. It's already tough to watch this team in itself. And then you had a guy like that in the dying moments of games, turning the ball over and having just awful, driving into a lane with 3 defenders in front of him. It's a tough look. It's a really tough watch. So I'm going to leave it at that. Grady Dick, again, first half was awesome. Would have loved to see him get a little more feisty offensively in the second half. But again, 17 points, 4 boards, 7 assists, 7 of 12 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from 3. 2 steals in the game, -5 on the floor. I thought he was just really energetic and looked awesome in that first quarter. Or the first half. I think he had 13 at the half. Jontay Porter, man, going up against his brother, that's so cool to see. If you don't know the story about Jontay, bunch of injuries, really debated hanging him up and calling it quits. His brother, telling him to keep going, and here he is. Going out there, playing against his brother. And how many did Michael have today? 19 points on 8 of 14. But Jontay had 14 points, 2 boards, 5 assists, 5 of 9 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3. Had a steal in the game and a +1 for Jontay Porter. Great stuff from him. Congrats. Just awesome story for Jontay Porter. If you haven't seen that one on the Raptor show with Will Liu and Blake Murphy at the time, hopefully he's okay. Get well soon, Blake. It was an awesome interview those guys had, and obviously we're seeing Jontay do his thing with the Raptors right now, so it's very fun. Jalen McDaniels it should stop shooting threes, okay? He did a great job getting in the paint today, right? 12 points, 3 boards, 1 assist, 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from the line. 0 of 3 from 3. Did have 3 steals in the game. Was a -9 on the floor, though, not too great there. But again, liked what I saw. Right, again, some positives from just about everybody. Today, Jordan Nwora, with the energy was all over the place today from him. Only 5 points on 2 of 7 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3, but 7 rebounds and an assist for Nwora. Had a block in the game, +2 on the floor. Liked his stuff. Javon Freeman Liberty only took 2 shots in 12 minutes and assists and 2 rebounds. Missed both threes, had a block, and was a +3 on the floor. Didn't hurt you. But Raptor fans, you knew this was going to be a loss. It was just a matter of by how much. And it was only by 6, unfortunately. And it kind of stinks, right? Because when you're watching the game, you expect them to lose, right? But then they go up 17. You're like, oh, maybe, but probably not. But you don't want to actually feel the probably not. And then it actually happens. You're like, I get it. The team's not good. but it still sucks to blow a 22-point lead. Wednesday, the Raptors are in Detroit taking on the Pistons. Do not take that team lightly. They're obviously a little bit healthier than the Toronto Raptors are. And look, they're hot right now. A big old 3-7 in their last 10 games. And yes, that is hot for the Detroit Pistons. 11-53 on the season, but they've already beaten the Raptors once this year. And Cade obviously is doing an incredible job this season. 22 points, 7.5 assists, 4.5 boards, shooting much more efficient than he did in previous years. Somehow with that piss-poor Pistons team. All right, so Raptor fans, let's see what happens there. One game at a time. We just got to keep going, all right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. If you liked the video and enjoyed the first half of this game today, hit that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Raptors? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you're not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Jay's Edition, obviously, Sunday. Recap of this past week's games. They won 9-2 today over the Rays. So that was a lot more entertaining to watch. As for the Leafs, they're not back in action until Thursday as they're in Philly taking on the Flyers at 7:30. And as for the Raptors, they're back in action Wednesday as they're in Detroit taking on the Pistons. 7 o'clock tip-off there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I don't know. Want the season over with? We'll talk to you guys then.